Good evening, everyone. Welcome to today's session of reasoning ability. So we'll be doing session 2. Welcome. Good evening. Good evening, Vanji. Vanji Nathan, sorry. Yeah, good evening, Vasundhara. Good evening, Utkarsh. Good evening, Priyadarshini. Good evening, Shreyank. Good evening, Karthikeyan. Good evening, Kancharala. Good evening, Muni. Good evening. Did you guys do the homework? From first session, I gave you some questions to finish at home. Yeah, good evening, Ayush. Good evening, Simon. Good, Shreyank, Karthikeyan, Utkarsh. Very good, very good. Studious students. Nice. So in the beginning, I'm going to very quickly go through the answer keys, as in what are the answers for the questions that I gave you as the homework, so that you guys can verify, cross-check. If any doubt, let me know. We'll start with our next session very soon. Good, Simon. So Simon, did you go through Venn diagrams? As I asked you? Good, Pooja. Good evening, Pooja. I asked everyone to go through Venn diagram, no? So that it's easier for you to understand today's session. Okay, very good. Very good. So it will help you a lot today. Direction sense and blood relations is something you don't have to practice. I'll teach you A to Z. But for Venn diagram, you need initials. Few things. Good evening, Pablo. Shall we begin? Okay, chalo. So today we'll be looking at these three topics: direction sense, Venn diagrams, and blood relations. Pooja, let me know if you have doubts beyond the questions that I've given you. Good evening, Maniram. Sorry, Mainam. Okay, so this was the first question that I gave you. So the answer is 9.375. Anyone, any doubt? Please be quick. Yes, no. अब सब क्वेश्चन में डोंट टेल मी कि हाँ सब में डाउट है. Okay. Okay. Next question was this. The answer is 38. Next question is this. The answer is 6. Couldn't solve this one, Utkarsh. Utkarsh, 14, 18, these all are in sequence with respect to prime numbers. So around 14, which is the prime number? 13, 17, 19, 23, 30, sorry, 23 ke baad 29, 31, 37. These are the prime numbers, right? So if you pay attention, these all values are one more than the prime numbers. One more. So this should be 37 plus 1. It should result in 38. Got it? Yeah. The next one, the answer is 6. There are 6 odd numbers which are followed by odd numbers. The answer for this is B, SCCZQS. The answer for problem number 11 is C. The answer for problem number 12 is A. The answer for problem number 13 is C. Problem number 16, because we did 14 and 15. 16 is D. 29. Problem number 17 is 682. Option D. Problem number 18. The answers are 3, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. Answer for the next one is SODBHU, option D. Next problem, the answer is again option D. The answer for next problem is option B. The next one is 246. The next one is NPJM. Okay, Prerna. Was your doubt in this or the previous one? Problem number 16, shouldn't it be 28? Okay, Khushi, Abhi, I'll check it. Previous? Okay. In the previous one, it's given A to Z a number from 1 to 26. So if you look at the position of G, this is 7, position of H is 8. So 1578 is 789 into 2, 789. It's a 3-digit number. D, E, F, the positions are 4, 5, 6. So 912 is 456 into 2. So ABC is a 3-digit number, which is going to be 123 into 2, which will result in 246. So the positions, you write it as such and then double it. Okay. Odd number one question, Prerna, is this one, right? So you will find that 5 and 1, they are odd, consecutive odd numbers, right? The question is about how many odd numbers are followed by the odd numbers. Followed by means after 8, how many odd numbers will you find? So 5, 1 is one such, 7, 3 is the next, 3, 9 is the next. So we get 3 here, 5, 7 is the next, 3, 1 is the next, 1, 5 is the next, and then you will not find any more. So if you count, there are a total of 6 such odd numbers which are followed by odd numbers. Those numbers are 5, 7, 3, 5, 3, and 1. Got it? 6 such numbers. Okay. Next, we have got Khushi's doubt. Problem number 16. Okay, Utkarsh, problem number 10. So if you look at this, we have got M has changed to B, U has changed to A. This doesn't make sense, right, Utkarsh? बहुत दूर है ना? Okay, so what you do, Utkarsh, is you take the word market, then you write AM, KR, TE. So what you are going to do is you're going to take these letters in pairs, consecutive pairs, and interchange them, reverse them. Now if you look at A changes to Y, so that is -2. M changes to N, so that is +1. Or you can rather treat this as the letters are in the same column, right? Acha nahi, they're not in the same column. So this is -2 and then +1. R changes to K. Sorry, K changes to I. K changes to I is again -2. And R changes to S. This is +1. So this is -2 +1, -2 +1. This is what is happening. Got it, Utkarsh? Got it. Question number 11 now. So if you look at M to N, this is +1. If you look at A to Z, this is -1. If you look at R to I, this is not +1 or -1. R and I, they are very far from each other. So if you look at M to N, they fall in the same column. If you look at A and Z, they fall in the same column. If you look at R and I, they fall in the same column. Right, Somo? End pairs. Abhi theek hai? Utkarsh, got it? Okay, good. Pooja, it is -2 +1, -2 +1, B -2, U +1, Y -2, E +1, R -2, S +1. Yeah, good evening, everyone. I'm solving, so I may not have responded. Okay, now, Khushi, what was your question? Which one was your doubt? Hold on, let me check. Problem number 16. This one? 28. So actually the position of P is 16, that of I is 9, and that of N is 14. So 16 plus 9 plus 14 is 39. So you add the digits, add the, not digits, you add the positions. So if you look at C, this is third letter, A is first letter, S is 19th letter, and E is fifth letter. So if you add all of this, you will get 29. Acha, nahi, you will get 28. Sorry, right, Khushi. I made the calculation mistake. The answer should be C and not 29. If you add it, you will get 28 and not 29. My mistake. Fourth problem. Which one is the fourth problem, bhai? We have already solved, no? Other questions? Next doubt. Next doubt. Problem number 4. Problem number 4, are you talking about which problem number 4? I don't see a problem number 4. Same letter encoding, problem number 4. Okay, hold on. Letter encoding, problem number 4. Market is written as AEKMRT. Okay. So it was given that market is written as AEKMRT. Then buyers will be coded as what? This one? Yeah, good evening. No, I'm just solving the previous questions. Okay, so how to get M here to A and A here to E and R to K, it won't make sense. So most likely these have been rearranged. And how have they been rearranged? So looks like the second and second last, they are written together. Then first and the third last, they are written together. And then we have got third and the last, they are written together. Right? There is a pattern position wise, first and third last, last and third from the beginning. This is the arrangement that has been done. If I do the same thing, so what I will get is U and R is what I will be getting first, which will give us option D, nahi? So U R B E Y S. U R B E Y S. Okay. Nahi. So that is not the option D, right? Okay. So something else is happening here. This is sorted. Sorted means which letter will come first in A, B, C, D in the alphabet. MARKET, which is the first letter you will find. You'll find A as the first letter. After A, which letter comes? B, but B is not there. C, D, E is there. So you write down E as the next letter. Then K comes in, you write down K as the next letter. So this is also known as a dictionary sort. This is exactly how you will find letters in a dictionary. Similarly, this is how you will have to write. The first letter from buyer's word will be B. After B comes in E. After E, you have got R, then you have got S, then you have got Y, then you have got you have got U, then you have got Y. So BERSUY, this is going to be your option A. So dictionary sort here. Okay. Kitu, already, this one, M has become Z. So M has become Z. A has become N. So A has become N. R has become E. So R has become E. So if you look at this, you will realize that M is the first letter from here and Z is the first letter in the bottom row. So first letters. A is the first letter in the top from left. N is the first letter in the bottom from right. So mirror image, right? Mirror image, but in a different row. Got it? Okay. STEAL is written as A, B, C, D, E. So you'll find that there is no relation in the alphabet series. This is random. Then C is written as F. O is written as G. M is written as H. P is written as I. A is written as D. R is written as J. And E is written as C again. Right? So using this logic, if sample is asked, S is written as A is written as D, M is written as H, P is written as I, so ADHI, C becomes your answer. Got it now? Problem number 13. Already solved this. People, why are you guys joining late? 15-20 minutes. I told you already, until Thursday, every day we are going to have classes at 5 p.m. Okay? So please be prepared. Okay. Next problem is this one, right? This one. So in this particular problem, what you have to do is you have to figure out some calculation, some pattern, such that 7, that symbol, whatever that symbol is, it's a circle with plus inside. There is no mathematical symbol like this, okay? So that is some symbol. 7, some symbol, 9, some symbol, 10. So 7 plus 9 plus 10, how much is this? This is 26. Again, 2 plus 6 is 8. 9 plus 11 plus 30 is 50. Again, 5 plus 0, as in sum of the digits, is 5. 11 plus 17 plus 21, this is going to be 20, 30, 49. And 49 can be written as 4 plus 9. Can be written as, this is what that symbol is asking us to do, right? 9 plus 4 is 13. Same thing you have to do with 23 plus 4 plus 15, which is going to be 27, 37, 42, which will give us 4 plus 2, that is going to be 6. CSAT 2021 question or number sequence given in previous 2021. This one? Kamya, again I said, you will not get it instantly. You will have to practice so much so that you are able to figure out some pattern. If you write down, see, there was no letter series, right? It was a number series. So you have to add them, multiply them, subtract, do something, hit and trial, and eventually you will realize that none of that works. So it has to do with some good pattern. Yeah, I'm going back to that CSAT 2021 wala question. Hold on, guys. This question, right? Okay. 8 into what will give us 4? Jaldi. 8 से 4 जाने का है. Half, 0.5, whatever you would like to call that as. They both are the same thing. 4 into what will give you 6? 1.5, which is 3 by 2. 6 into what will give you 15? Pattern, say, do a bit of hit and trial. 2.5. 2.5 would mean 5 by 2. So 1 by 2, 3 by 2, 5 by 2. The denominators are always 2. The denominator is always 2, but the numerators are odd numbers. 1, 3, 5. So without using any pattern, 15 into 7 by 2, try to calculate, you will get 52.5. I mean, 7 by 2 is 3.5. This is the pattern. Now, the first value is given to us and we are asked to find out the value of C, right? This is going to be A, this one is going to be B, this one is going to be C. So if you start with 5, 5 ka half is 2.5, 2.5 ka 1.5 is going to be 3.75. 3.75 into 2.5 will result in 9.375, and that becomes your answer. Into 0.5, into 1.5, and into 2.5. Got it? Yeah. Good evening, everyone. Next time, please try to join before the class begins at 5. Be like 2-3 minutes before. Click on the button because I will be there exactly at 5 or a few seconds before that. You will automatically log in. Megha, please send the screenshot of that. I'll send you the mail. I'm not able to join due to technical issues and showing 9 a.m. I got it, Ram and others. If it is showing 9 a.m., please do send this screenshot to the concerned people. I'll give you the email address. We will take from there. Okay, next one. 0 is written as sure. Pavitra, is this your first class? So Z is written as C. So that is +3. We did all of this concept yesterday. Not yesterday, last class. E becomes H. That is again +3. R becomes U. That is again +3. Right? So everything is getting +3. Player will give you SODBHU, last one. Sure, I will ask that, Prerna. Okay, next problem. The answer is option A. Obviously, you will have to put in to understand the pattern. You will have to do a bit of hit and try. So here we get BBDAA, BBDDAA. Same word again written again, BBDDAA. Next one, option A again. If I put TSST, so this is the pattern I am going to get, which is going to be TST, 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 TST. In this one, the answer is option D. So if we put here A, B, A, B, A, B, the pattern I will have is ABB, AAB, ABB, AAB, ABB, AAB. Next one, it's option C. If I put A, C, C, E, The pattern I will have will be AB, AB, A, BC, BC, B, CD, CD, C, DE, DE, D. मेगा ये होमवर्क है, आपने होमवर्क नहीं करा? ये होमवर्क है, इसके लिए मैं पोल क्या दूं? This is just for you guys to verify the answers. Ashay, A is the first letter, then B comes in. So A, B, A, B, A. Now B will take the place of A and C will take the place of B. So B, C, B, C, B. Now C will take the place of B, D will take the place of C. So every time in every group you have got A, B, B, C, C, D, D, E. That's what is happening here. अभी पता चल दिख रहा है आशय? Next one is option B, C, C, B, B, B. So this is going to give you double C, A, double C, double A, B, double A, and double B, C, double B. Next one is option D. So if you write D, D, C, and A, the pattern you will observe is A, B, C, D. Okay, these are the 4 letters. Then what happens? D comes in the first. D comes before. D comes before and you have ABC. Now what happens? From DABC, C comes in the front. So you will get CDAB. Now B is the last letter. B comes in the front so that you get BCDA. Now A is your last letter. A comes in the front. You get ABCD. So it's more like cyclic in nature. Okay, now tell me quickly which question? Yeah, rotation. Cyclic बोलते हैं प्रेम कुमार उसको एक word cyclic. No, Pavitra, unfortunately, there is no trick for these types of questions. You'll have to put it one by one and then check. CSAT 2020. Kitu, I have already solved this. So people who have missed it, you guys can watch it later, right? So I have explained all the questions. I believe almost all the questions. I read it, Megha. I have read it. Okay, so let's begin with our today's first topic, directions. Ankush is asking, in UPSC CSAT, do you get rough sheets or do you write it on the question paper? Sure, Lekhani, do that. The question paper itself is there, no? I'll give you the email ID. At the end of the class, I'll give you the email IDs, wherein you can send all the details. Okay. Now, directions. I believe everybody knows that there are a total of 4 primary or basic directions: east, west, north, and south. And there are 4 secondary directions, right? The directions between each consecutive pair. So north and east, you have got northeast, and east and south, you have got southeast, and so on and so forth. Okay. I hope everybody is aware, since you guys are going to write UPSC exams, so and state level exams. So I hope everybody knows that north means North India, South India, East India, West India, Central India. So I hope you guys have an idea as to which side is called north, which side is called south. By default, north is always taken as upwards, and east is your right, west is your left by default. Okay, this is an assumption that you're moving upwards. Okay, so if you're moving upwards, north is that face. So north, east, south, and west, they never change. but your left and right direction changes depending upon which side you are facing. So if you are facing east, this is your left and this is your right. If you are facing north, this is your left and this is your right. But if you are facing south, this becomes your left and this becomes your right. So you can see that they interchange, right? This is your right and this is your left, right? Okay. Now we need compass for the, in real life, compass is used to figure out the directions. So please understand these three statements. While solving a question, always assume we are facing towards the north direction. It's a standard. Like I said, we are always facing north. If a person is facing the north, then his left and right side is same as our left and right side. I believe you guys can see it here. But if we are facing south, our left and right is opposite to what directions left and right are, right? It changes. So that is what the third statement is. If a person is facing the north, then east will always be on his right side. And if a person is facing north, then left and right will be same as ours. If a person is facing south, it will be opposite to ours. Now, this is something that people get confused with. That's why it is important to write that in points and understand. Turning towards right or left, it always means a 90 degrees turn. So if you're facing in this direction and you're asked to move left, so that means 90 degrees turn you have to take towards your left. So you're facing in this direction. It's not that this is your left. No, this is not your left. Your left is completely 90 degrees. Okay. For example, if you are facing north and if you take two left turns, this is your first left turn. Now you are facing towards the east. If you take another left turn, now you will be facing towards the south, right? This is your second left turn. So you end up facing south. Third point, if a person is facing any direction, then after once returning towards left direction and then towards the right direction, you will go back to your original position, which is obvious. If you're facing in, let's say, north, so if this is your left and then you take a right and vice versa. So of course it's right and right. It doesn't matter. Chalo na, I'll write it here, first right and second right. How does it matter? Whether I take the left, first left, and then second left, will it matter? It's about moving in the same, left and right. Whether you take two lefts or whether you take two rights, you will be always facing in the opposite direction. If you take the right and then a left, you will go back to your original. If you take a left and then a right, then also you will go back to your face. You will end up facing the same direction as before. रोशन अपने चेयर से खड़े हो जाओ बेटा. लेफ्ट पता है? Do you know where your left is? Do you know where your right is? This is what I used to do when I was getting confused. When I was young, much younger than you guys. So I had a lot of difficulty understanding left and right. And this is something a lot of students, a lot of people actually, they struggle with. Okay, badi baat nahi hai. It's very common for people to struggle instantly with left and right. So what I used to do was I used to write on my palm, right, left. And whenever I was to I have to move left, so I used to move like this. Right, I used to look at my palm, right likha hua hai, sketch pen se likhte, not like tattooed, but while solving questions, while practicing, right. So that gave me a very good idea what left and right would mean. So whenever I move, my left and right doesn't change. It doesn't matter in which direction you are facing, your left will always remain left. है ना? So ऐसे practice करो. ठीक है? If you take 4 left turns or if you take 4 right turns, you will end up facing in the same direction. Do you guys remember in your school days while doing PT or in the assembly, your teacher used to be like, about turn, U turn? Do you guys remember that? So if you're facing in any direction and if you take an about turn, you will end up. Mega, I'm not sitting opposite. Of course, I'm sitting opposite to you, but there is camera also, no? So that's an image flip. So my left, it would look like maybe you're right. Yeah, about turn, right? So when you take 4 right turns, one after another, or 4 left turns, you will still be facing in the same direction. So let me give you a trick question. I am facing north. Then I take these turns. So I will write L for left. Okay. R for right. Now in which direction am I facing? I'm not walking. मैं ऐसे झूम रहा हूं. Okay, I'm just rotating my body at the same point. Somo, even I used to, like I said, no, frankly, there is nothing to be there is nothing to be shy about actually. I face problem with that. It's okay. So I will devise some logic to be able to understand and practice. In exam also you can do this, no? Don't get up and start doing robot dance, my left, my right. But you can look at your palms and learn. Direction, it's not left and right, guys. South, east, west, north. What is the answer? First option, north, east, south, fourth, west. Chalo, first pole. I've given the pole. Very good, Prem. Very good, Somo. Good, Ankush. Good, Diksha. Good, Satya. No, Pavitra. Very good. A lot of you have answered it correctly. So what you guys have to do is count 4 left and remove it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Remove it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Remove it. Why? 4 left turns will bring you back to the same position as if you did not move. Any doubt here? Because I can't come back. Normally people are like 2 minutes later, they're like, oh, sir, please tell me back. Explain. Clear? So 1 left is left. Then we have get rid of 4 rights. 1, 2, 3, 4. There is no more right. So 3 rights left. So this is only what you have to work with. This is your north direction that you are facing initially. Then you take 3 rights. 1 right, 2 right, 3 right. And then you have to take a left. So this is where you will end up facing, which is nothing but south. So answer is option 3. Okay. Also remember 3 right is same as 1 left or 3 left is same as 1 right. This is also true. Instead of going 3 right, I can simply take 1 left. Right? Smart killna. Right, Kushi, we can do that. Nikhat, we'll be solving some questions. Initially, some concepts are required. I believe everybody must be aware of Pythagoras theorem. Pythagoras theorem is for right angle triangles where the hypotenuse, that is the longest side, the square of that is sum of the square of its altitude and base, right? So c square is equal to a square plus b square. Can you guys give me some examples, some numbers where this makes sense? One number square plus another number square is equal to third number square. 3, 4, 5, very good. 5, 12, 13, very good. 2, 3, 4 नहीं होता, 2, 3, 5 नहीं होता, 9, 3, 5 नहीं होता, 8, 15, 17, very good, Muskan. Any more? 6, 8, 10 is double of this. बेवकूफ बना रहे मेरे को ना. 3, 4, 5, double all three numbers, you will get a new one. ऐसे तो infinite are there, though there are infinite. Good, Lakshmi. 20, 21, 29. 8, 15, 17 already written. Good, Muskan. 12, 13, 14. No, Satyapal, that's wrong. आपको गलत याद है. 30, 40, 50, Muskan, 10 times. Nana, 6 is not there. One more. 3, 4, 5 already written, Zainab. 6, 8, 10 is same as 3, 4, 5. 7, 24, 25. Very good, Lakshya. You need to remember only this, and this. पांचों याद रख लो. You never know, CSAT may be difficult, who knows. Gunjan, sorry for red color. 3 square plus 4 square कितना होता है? No, Prem, 5, 9, 14 is not a triplet. It's not 5 plus 9 is equal to 14. It's 5 square plus 9 square is not 14. Gunjan, 25 square लिख सकते हैं. Can we write it as 5 square? 25 को. So which number squares did we write? 3, 4, 5, no? So it is true. It is true for all the other examples. 7 square plus 24 square is 25 square. 7 square is 49. 24 square is 576. 25 square is 625. Karo calculate, you will find that this is true. So we'll say 7, 24 and 25. These are triplets. Madhuri, why these numbers? No, there are infinite numbers that are triplets. Infinite. I'm asking you to remember these 5 numbers because only these 5 numbers will come in the exam. Not beyond this. Vasundhara, if I multiply this by 5, I will get 15, 20, 25. Same as 3, 4, 5, isn't it? So it's not nothing that we are doing by taking 30, 40, 50, 9, 12, 15. No, Anjali, 3, 7, 11 is not. Triplets, tree, try, 3 numbers, hence triplets. What do you call when somebody has 2 babies? दीपशिखा, एक किसी को अगर 2 बच्चे होते हैं उसको क्या बोलते हैं? Twins, duet, D-U-E-T, duet, twin. जब 3 बच्चे होते हैं किसी को, when somebody has 3 kids. Triplets. 4, quadruplet. Nahi, Dipshika, that's the problem. So guys, Dipshika says she got this, but she thought there is something else also in there. So that's the problem with us, Dipshika. Study is not difficult. The difficult thing is we undermine ourselves and we overthink. हम बहुत ज्यादा सोच लेते हैं. The things that don't exist, we are like, why does this happen? अरे भाई, it happens. Why does this happen? There is no end to the question of why. So whatever you read, only understand that. Don't overthink. Or kya. Right? There are some people, when they get a book, they start with the preface. They even read the preface. Even though the exam is tomorrow, they will go through the contents also. Also, where author thanked whom. Don't get into all of that. First problem. Chalo. Answer this. Anjali, क्या कर रहे हो? 49 plus 9, 121. Did not get it. 49 plus 9 is 58, no? Shalini, we have seen, no? How many left turns and right turns you can completely ignore? Poll is there, everyone. People who can see. Yes, Lakshya. Very good. 20 left turns. 20 left turns means ignore. Because 20 is 4, 4, 4, 4, right? 40 left turns. Ignore. Why? 40 is 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4. 48 right turns. Ignore. 30 right turns. 30 right turns can be written as 28 right turns plus 2 right turns. Now 28 right turns we can ignore because 28 is also in the table of 4. This is the only thing left. So 2 right turns. So if you are facing north and if you take the first right turn and then if you take the second right turn, you will end up facing south. So answer is B. Ramya, do you remember this question we just did like 5 minutes ago? Ashay and others? Yes or no? Ramya, you haven't replied. Guys, when you ask questions, I'm going to be so much attentive that I'm going to call your name and talk to you. You guys do not even respond. Still no reply. So why did we remove 4 left? Why did we cancel it out, Ashay? People who did not get, why did we cancel it out? कहाँ थे? Get up, guys. Get up. Please get up. Get up. Take 4 right. What will happen? You will come back to the original position. What is that difficult to understand from there? Plain English. Get up. First right. Second right. Third right. Fourth right. you will end up having same position. So if you take 4 continuous same side turn, it is it is like not even moving. क्या किया घूम के? चक्कर ही तो आए. You will simply feeling a little nauseous because you are moving so much about turns and about turns. So whenever you have 4 continuous turns, you ignore it. So if you have 4 continuous turns, another 4 continuous turns, another 4 continuous turns. So whether it is 4 continuous turns or 8 continuous turns, 4 का table तो पता होगा ना. I hope you guys are aware of table of 4. 4, 8, 12, 16. So any number that is in the table of 4, if you take same continuous number of turns, उधर ही रहोगे. You will stay at the same point. So when you take 20 left turns, will it affect your position in which direction you are facing? No. So why to take 20 left turns? Dance करना है वो अलग बात है. Right? That's a different thing if you want to do, what do we call it? When people move around at the same place, whatever that dance is called. I'm not able to recall instantly. So similarly, 40, 48, these all are in the table of 4. Ghumar, Garba, merry-go-round. No, Shweta, that's not called what you are saying. Dandiya. Forget it. So 30 right turns, we can break this down into, this is also in the table of 4, no? So ignore it. So ignore any number that is in the table of 4. Whatever is left over, that's what you have to look into. Got it, Asha and others? Ha, Golapalli, that's exactly what we are doing. Equal lefts and equal rights. But that is after something is left. Okay. Suppose I'm left with 2 left and a right. So I'll cancel 1 left and a right. You know? But that is only for people who even understand that 4, 8, 12, 20, 400, 320, all the numbers that exist in the table of 4. When you make those many continuous turns, you will reach at the same position. Now, in the class, there are 3 types of people. I'll tell you personally, whether you like it or not. There are 3 types of people. One, who can visualize this, who have done this, who have solved similar questions. Those 90 plus kids who answered it correctly. They know what is happening. Second type and third type of students who have never done this. But out of those 2 types of students, there will be one type of student who did not get this, but will practice and try to understand. Practice means actually get up after the class is over and like, right, okay, 3 left, okay, 4 right, and practice and try to understand, even though their parents or their family members, their siblings will mock them. Arey, kya kar raha hai? Padhai kar raha hai ki dance kar raha hai? And the third type of students who will never be able to get such kind of basic logical questions because they will never practice. They're like, sir ne bol diya na, I'll learn it. Learn it. Don't be the third type of guy. Next. Good, Pihu. Ankush, basically third type. Basically third type. I'm like very straightforward about it. If you are not doing well and if you tell me, I will tell you on the face you're not doing well. I will not sugarcoat it. Kyare, nahi, you are a good student. Nahi. If you're not a good student, I'll tell you it on the face. Sorry, Paul. No, Checha. Unfortunately, no. Very good. More than 125 students have answered it correctly. Very good. 106 can be written as 104 plus 2. 104 is in the table of 4, so you can ignore it. So 2 right. So if you are facing in the east direction, if you take the first right, you will be facing south. If you take the second right, you will be facing west. So the answer is west. That's it. Right, Prem Kumar? Yes, people who understand what division is, of course, you can do it. Problem is, if I tell you guys what we have to do, so there will be students who will not get this, right? They're not used to division. In real life, how many times in a day do you guys do this division? Nahi karte na? So this is more difficult. People who get this will, I'm like really happy that you guys understand division karke remainder is what the answer is. So if you get this, you'll get this. It's okay. Ankush, same thing, 108 minus 2. 108 will make it about turn. Sorry, go back to its original position and then you go back to. Just be a little bit careful. Okay, now quickly tell me 4 square plus 11 square is how much? Jaldi, jaldi, jaldi. That's wherein people who are into business and as in the families into business, they're good with calculations, even though they generally use calculators. Good. 137. Very good. Okay. Now listen carefully. Don't ask questions until I'm done. I'm going to be speaking very slow as in the speed at which right now I'm speaking. I can't go slower than this. So what happens is you will be given questions like the one I'm going to write. There is somebody here who is facing north. This person moves 10 meters north, then takes a right turn and moves 12 meters east, then takes a left turn and moves 5 meters north, then takes another turn and moves 10 meters east. This is your starting point, this is your end point. E is in which direction with respect to S? This is your first question. Second question is S is in which direction with respect to E? No, Shweta, it's not allowed. Third, distance between S and E. These are the three questions that can be asked. Or in which direction is the person facing right now? We know that he's facing east. That's obvious. Please understand S stands for start and E stands for end. Please do not treat that as south and east. That's not what I meant. Now, how do you solve the first question? With respect to के बाद, the letter you will find is S. So you go to S. If you are at S, and if you draw the directions, where do you think east lies? With the respect of S, sorry, east nahi, E. With respect to E, where do you think E lies? This is your north, this one is your east. This one is your south, this one is your west. Where does this point lie? Direction, guys, not left and right. Direction. North, south, east, west. This isn't east. East would be somewhere over on this line, no? This is between north and east. So the answer is northeast. Is it clear? With respect to S, E is in the northeast. You are in Madhya Pradesh, guys. I'm asking you with respect to Madhya Pradesh, where does Arunachal Pradesh lie? आप ईस्ट बोलोगे? मध्य प्रदेश के ईस्ट में है ना अरुणाचल प्रदेश. Is this what geography you guys have been studying? And you guys are going to write CSAT? You guys should know better than me. I'll be much happier. Okay. Next one is, next question. This was S, no? Start. Next is, S is in which direction with respect to E? So the last letter or the letter after with respect to is E. So you go to E. That's where you have to stand. And then do the same thing. Draw the 4 primary directions. This is your north, this one is your south, this one is your east, this one is your west. And where does S lie? S lies between west and south. या फिर north का उल्टा, east का उल्टा. So opposite of north and opposite of east. So opposite of north will become south, opposite of east will become west. Opposite means diametrically opposite, direction wise opposite. So the answer will become southwest. It's not called west-south. You guys need to improve your English. In case you guys think it's west-south, it's southwest. Got it? Now, how do you solve the next one? What is the distance between E and S, these 2 points? So this is what you are going to do. Everyone, please pay attention because I won't be able to repeat it. You will see 2 types of lines here. Lines like these, vertical lines, or lines like these, lines like these, which are called horizontal lines, in case you guys did not know. So what you will see is there are 2 vertical lines and 2 horizontal lines in this example, right? So beforehand, you guys are going to draw a right angle triangle just for the sake of drawing it, okay? And this vertical side, this is going to denote these vertical lines. So are they in the same direction? Both these lines, this movement of that guy, same side pair? So you will add that. So 10 plus 5, 15. This is 15. Then what you will do is you will take the horizontal sides as horizontal lines as the horizontal side of this right angle triangle. This is 12, this is 10. Are they moving along in the same side? एक ही तरफ जा रहा है. So you will add these two. 12 plus 10, this is 22. Now what you are going to do is you are going to find the Pythagoras theorem. Under root 15 square plus 22 square. Now these are big numbers. Obviously you guys will find a little difficult in solving it. But if you remember, I have already asked you guys in the last class to remember squares up to 30 at least. So this is going to give you 480 plus 220, 709. So under root 709. This is the distance between S and E. Yes, Kavya, this method will work for every single triangle. Jashwant, actually the question says, you are very correct. The question actually says, what is the shortest distance between S and E? I hope that makes sense because distance can be anything. Megha, this is the shortest method. I'll give you one more example. So please be patient. There is this guy who first of all goes up, then he takes this turn, then he goes below, then he goes backwards, then he goes below, then he moves further, and then he goes above. I will show you the arrows so that you can keep a track of its movement. So this is 20, this is 30, this is 10, this is 15, this is 30, this one is 20, and this one is another 10. This is your start, this is your end. What is the shortest distance between S and E? Okay, let me solve it. You guys can use it. I mean, you guys can try it later on. What you will find is there are a lot of vertical lines and a lot of horizontal lines, right? Don't be afraid. Only pay attention to the vertical lines first. So this is a vertical line, this is second vertical line, this is third vertical line, this is the fourth vertical line. So 20 moves upwards, right? 20 is up. So this is plus. If you take up to be 20, this 10 will become minus, right? Because it's opposite to where 20 is going. So it will become minus 10. 30 is again in the same direction as that 10. So since 10 was negative, 30 is also negative. And this 10 is upwards, so that's positive. Solve all of this, you will get minus 10. Don't worry about that minus. Don't worry. Hai to hai. If it exists, it's okay. Let it exist. Next, let's look at the horizontal lines. We have this horizontal, and this horizontal line. So the first horizontal line is towards our right. The next one is left. Next one is right. So if I consider the right side movement to be 30 plus, so I will take the left hand side to be negative, and 20 is again on the right side. So this is plus, minus, plus. So whenever there is an opposite side movement of a particular signed direction, you will take the opposite sign. Plus ka opposite minus, minus ka opposite plus. If you solve this, this is going to give you 35. Now what you are going to do is you are going to use the Pythagoras theorem, which is going to give you minus 10 ka square. So whether it was plus 10 square or minus 10 square, does it matter? It's 100 only, no? That's why I said don't worry about negative sign. And this is going to be 35 square, which is going to be again under root 100, and 35 is 1225. So this will give you under root 1325. Whatever that is. Why not minus 10? Pooja, upward positive, downward negative. Any problem? Right side positive, left side negative. खत्म. याद कर लो अब. मैंने बोला there is not an answer to every whys, and that why will never end. So there are few things that you have to just take it as it is written in the book, right? We are preparing for an exam and we are studying something that a lot of you hate. Things that you hate, what do you want to why do you want to dive into it? This is something you can do if you have got your exam like 2 years later. तो अभी बहुत time है, right? Obviously, Shruti, -2 into -2 is 4, no? Minus minus will become plus. गुंजन, टाइम लेगा तो आप कोई और मेथड देख लो, क्वेश्चन छोड़ देना, because I don't think you have got any other approach apart from this. For the understanding process, I have given you everything, but obviously you can minimize it. There is no other way, as in there is no other easier way. Done. Rani, you'll have to remember the squares of numbers from 1 to 30. 50 I said initially, as like 30 tak to kar hi lo. I'm telling you guys that I'm giving you random numbers. They will not give you such random numbers. They will give you small numbers. उनको भी पता है कि आप नहीं कर सकते. Even the people who set the paper, they know that you guys can't do it. You guys have not had maths for so long. Not everybody had maths. And they know that if they give you large numbers, then engineers will get better results. And they don't want that. Every exam is anti-engineers. It's unfortunate that engineers still make it. That's not the problem with the exam. I mean, the people who write who make the exams. The problem is not with the engineers. The problem is with the non-engineers who are not able to match. Soumya, it will depend on the options, right? Try this. Yes, Pritam, they will always ask you to find the displacement. That's exactly what we mean by shortest distance. And please don't write on the bottom side triangle because your video is shown there. And Checha, you can move my video window, you can move it. जैसा मन करे मेरे कोने में डाल दो. Shut down my video so that you don't see me. Soumya, it will depend. Look at question number 6. The answer is not in square root. It says approximate. So you can use the options to do the vice versa. Square the numbers and see which one is going to take you the closest. I hope you got your answer. Chesha, so move my video at the corner. And I believe you guys know that you guys don't have to write any notes. Whatever I am writing is going to be there after the class in the PDF format. There will be a download link. So don't waste your time. There is nothing to show to your parents or anybody in your house or hostel room कि देख पढ़ रहे हैं. Let them think that you're watching Netflix. Netflix, only a drama series, no action. Pavitra, as it says, north direction is upwards. So assume some line. Let's call it 5 kilometers. You don't have to be specific. You can't draw 5-kilometer long line, right? Madhu, so quick. You are 15 minutes before the break. You are early. If you would have waited for another 15 minutes, तो आपको 15 minutes का break भी मिल जाता. Don't tell me the answers. Just simply type in done with all these 5 questions. Once you type in done, and I get a long list of done, I will solve the question. You guys can verify it. I can't keep track of everybody's answer, no? So done लिख दो बस. Good. You can see distance and shortest distance, Somo. Do you see the difference? Language? Very good. Good, good, Utkarsh. Acha. Okay, somebody else did kya? Hold on. Okay, Jashwant asked. Lakshay said something. Got it. So, we are told that Sumit drives 5 kilometers north from his house. So, let's say this is where his house is, and he drives 5 kilometers. So, this is 5 kilometers. Then he takes a right turn and drives 5 kilometers. So, let's say this is his 5 kilometer right turn wala distance. He then turns left and drives 5 kilometers. He takes a left turn and drives 5 kilometers. Then he turns left and drives 10 kilometers. Finally, he turns left and drives 20 kilometers to reach his office. Anyone, any doubt here in this movement of Sumit? Okay. First question is, how much distance did Sumit drive? 5, 5, 5, 10, and 20. 45 kilometers? Option B. Right? Okay. Next question is, in which direction is Sumit's house from his office? So you will go to office, and draw this horizontal and vertical line. So his home is in the northeast. So option A. Girish, it says from his office. Office is the last word. This is how I asked no everybody to decode. Last letter or last word is what you are going to pick. South hai, so you will go to south. If it says, sorry, not south, S. If the last letter is E, you will go to E. Last letter or last word. Last word is office. So go and stand in the office and try to find where his house is. Can't get easier decoding than this, right? तो गलत किया ना शालिनी, ध्यान रखो आप. So obviously his office is here, his home is here, so this is southeast direction, right? Sorry, northeast direction. Next, in which direction is Sumit's office from his house? House is the last word, so that means you go to the house. Anyways, we have already seen opposite of north is south and opposite of east is west, so it's going to be southwest, right? Okay. Shortest distance between house and office, approximate. Now, for this, we need a right angle triangle. And in this right angle triangle, we will be using different movements. Let's look at vertical movements now. 5, 5, and 20. So you will find that this is 5, this is 5, and this is 20, but actually the directions are different. So I will say, I'll use white color, sorry. So I will say 5 plus 5 minus 20, which will give us minus 10. Don't worry about the sign like I have asked before. Okay, the next one is the horizontal one. So you have got a 5 and you have got a 10 here. So this one is 5, this one is 10. So this one is going to be 5 and then minus 10. So this is going to be minus 5. Minus 10 square plus minus 5 square whole under root, which is going to be under root 100 plus 25, which is under root 125. Under root 125 is approximately how much? What is 11 square? First option. 11 square कितना होता है? 121. 125, 121, very close. So it will be 11. First option. 11 point something is 125, exactly. So approximate, the word is given in the question, so the closest is 11. At the end, towards which direction was Sumit driving? Very simple question. In which direction was Sumit driving? He was driving bottom, which is considered as south. Upwards is always considered as north, so it's going to be south here. So he was moving in the south direction. Clear? Okay. Gabbar, solve this. Sixth. Charan, what explain here? Which part? The horizontal ones you take together and the vertical ones you take together and the horizontal ones you take together. Approximate. Charan, what is square root of 100? Good, Pihu. Charan, quick. Hold on, guys. There are a lot of people who are asking how to approximate. Charan, square root. Opposite. Which number square is 100? Which number, when you multiply it by itself, results in 100? Good, Ritika. Charan, that's the reason you are not able to answer this. The answer is 10. Square root of 121 is 11. Square root of 144 is 12. So 121 to 144, 11, 12. So if square root of 121 is 11 and square root of 144 is 12, so if I write any number which is between 121 and 144, as in this example 125, this will become 11 point something, approximate 11. Vaishnavi, longest root doesn't exist. Longest root is this, Vaishnavi. Whichever song would you like to listen to and then go to office? Never reach office, start from home. So there's no longest distance. Got it? Yeah, this is the question. So Charan, you will have to learn these squares. I was not kidding. I was not joking, or I was not taking it lightly when I said you guys have to remember squares and cubes of numbers. If you don't do that, you will struggle all throughout the mathematics. Very important. Options. Very good, Dinesh. Good, Vasundhara. But I have just put the poll. You guys can check it. Vijay Lakshmi, I would suggest up to 30 is good enough. Beyond 30, up to 50, if you do, that will be better. But generally, CSAT doesn't give you very difficult numbers. So I think around 30 is good enough. You saw no previous question 125, 11. I'm asking you to find out up to 30. Question was only 11 square. So 30 is good. And 10, and when it comes to cubes, only up to 10. No, Megha. I don't think so. Wish. If we knew these angles and triplets and squares are going to haunt us later in our life, we would have studied it in our school days, isn't it? We would have taken those classes at least seriously. Baki geometry वगैरह भाड़ में गया. Well, that is the reason why everything is taught in school days, because teachers, nobody knows, even your parents, even you did not know. Maybe you wanted to be a cop, or maybe you wanted to be an actor back then. But, life takes good or right or wrong turns. You never know. That's why it's important you read everything. So, Gabbar is here. Nice. Goes 5 kilometers south from his house. Then he turns right, goes 10 kilometers. Now, the important part will start from here. He then turns 45 degrees left. So, if this is the direction in which he is facing, which is direction in which he is facing right now, so this is going to be his right, and this one is going to be his left side. I hope you guys agree. Not exactly that is your right side, but I'm talking about hands. His right hand, his left hand. Right? Okay. It says 45 degrees left. So if this is 90 degrees overall, this is 90 degrees, right? 45 degrees will be exactly half of it. So this becomes 45 degrees. Anyone, any doubt? This is 45 degrees left. So he is now going to move in this direction. ऐसे जाएगा. Now, how long does he travel? 30 kilometers. Long distance. So he moves 30 kilometers. If Gabbar wants to go back to his house via the shortest route, then towards which direction must he go? So this is his final position, maybe where Basanti was. Now, if he wants to start from here and wants to go to his final position, can we say this is where we will have to draw the vertical and the horizontal line, and this is our north and this is our east, and this is where he wants to go, and using the shortest distance. Which direction do you think Gabbar is about to travel? Yeah, Ritika, that's why left and right is important. Like I said, no, garbad ho jata hai. It happens with the best of us. So he's going to move in the northeast direction, hence option A. No, if this is the movement, this is going to be 90 degrees, right? Utkarsh, ये 90 है ना? तो 45 ये होगा ना? This is 45 degrees, this is 45 degrees, so it will become 90. No, Ankush, if the numbers were not given, how would that distance will move away? It will be difficult, no? No, I don't think so. Next one. Vaishnavi, look at the question. If Gabbar wants to go back to his house, from where? From the final point. So final is the position with respect to which we will look at everything, right? गरिमा, मैंने बोला इधर को लेफ्ट लिखने को L, स्केच पेन R, राइट इट, right, left, right, left. Yes, Lakshya. Anything between 0 and 90 will be same as 45. I'll give you guys the poll. Good, Ritika. Okay, Shalini, got it. Good, Chesha, sorry. Right, Ankush, right, Mega, right, Manikandan, right, Bhagya, Dipshikha, right, Ketan, no, Ketan. Okay. So what you guys have to do is take less tension. Don't read this, right? Don't read. Ignore it. Harish, who is following a compass, started from his house, travels 80 meters towards the east, right? And walks 60 meters to his right to reach his gym. 80, 60. So this is where his gym is, and this is where his house is. Anyone, any doubt? He moved 80 meters east, took a right turn, and reaches gym. Any doubt? Ignore the first line. That's why I have retracted it. Okay. Question is, what is the shortest distance between them? This is already a right angle triangle. I don't have to draw a new one. It's a right angle triangle, no? So this is going to be under root 80 square plus 60 square, or if you remember the triplet 3, 4, 5, you guys were saying. So you will get the answer as 100. Devyani, listen to it carefully. Then, at what distance is his gym from his house? Are we talking about shortest distance or just the distance? Nahi Devyani. I'll give you a real life example. What is the distance between Delhi and Chennai? When you ask somebody what is the distance between Delhi and Chennai, do people give you the shortest distance, or do people give you ki, Are, you can go from Delhi to Jaipur, no? And from Jaipur, you can go to Meghalaya. And from Meghalaya, you can go to Kolkata. And from Kolkata, you can go to Bangalore. And from Bangalore, you can go to Hyderabad. And you ask distance, right? But still, people will give you the shortest distance. So when you have actually moved and the distance is asked, it's understood to be shortest distance in this example. Now, how is this different from the question that we saw before? It said, how much distance did Sumit drive? Now, when Sumit drove certain distance, he will have to go through these roads, right? Do you agree? That's why in that case, we had calculated the entire distance. We added everything. But here, distance, don't you think it will mean the shortest one? If he wants to run, ठीक है, घर पे कोई आ गया, or if he has to rush because he has got an office call, or maybe something more urgent, he will just rush. So that's what distance is considered. Okay, got it? Okay, so the answer is obviously 100. So C is not the answer. So people who answered C, this is where you guys are wrong. The triplet of 60, 80, and 100 exists. Kitu, does it matter? Kitu, 2 point के बीच का distance, does it matter from where you check? Kitu, quick. Has it ever mattered that you check your height by putting the measuring scale from your head to your foot, or from your foot to your head? Has it ever given you a different answer because ulta measure kar liya? So kya fark padta hai? Does it matter whether we calculate from home or gym? It's only the direction that is going to change. Distance will not change. Length will remain same, right? Okay, now comes the critical part. In which direction is his gym from his house? So if you look at the house, right, from his house, guys, so if you go and keep yourself at house, in which direction do you think the gym is? In which direction is the gym? Southeast. Anyone any doubt here? See, house is the latter word. Gym from his house. From means go to house. Go house and see where gym is. You'll find it's in the southeast, right? Now comes the critical part. A compass is damaged such that when the needle was pointing west, is now pointing east. Can I say needle gives us opposite direction? East का west कर देता है needle. The question shouldn't write east becomes west, west becomes east, north becomes south, south becomes north. You don't have to, because if one direction it gets reversed, sorry, this is south and this is west. If one direction gets reversed, every direction will get reversed. So if the faulty compass shows southeast, what would be the normal or the real compass show? Can I say opposite of this? Opposite of south is north. Opposite of east is west. Did I, what was the correct option I gave? B only, no? हाँ, got it, प्रेम कुमार, वो गलती हो गया. देखो, if you make mistake, मैं आपकी टांग खींचूंगा. If I make mistake, you guys are free to pull my leg as well. Okay, let's quickly solve actual questions from CSAT. Try this. Only 2 questions I think there are. Then we will take the break. There are actually 3 questions, but I'll give you one as a homework. Why did I give it 1 minute? Chacha. Okay. Uh, how far is city P from city Q? So we need to find the distance between P and Q. City Q is 18 kilometer from city R. So this is city R, and city Q is 18 kilometers. So this is, let's say, city Q, which is 18 kilometers. So do we know city P and city Q? P is not here. So can we answer this question using first option? First statement, sorry, not first option. First statement से आएगा क्या answer? Nah. So A is not your answer. Statement 2 now. Statement 2 says city P is 43 kilometers from city R. So if I take city R and if I take city P, so city P is, let's say, 43 kilometers. Can we answer this question? City P and Q? Q to hai nahi. So B also will not work. If I combine both of them, so this is city R, this is city Q, this is city P. Do we know the distance? Huh? What if city R is here, city Q is here, city P is here? What if city R is here, city Q is here, and city P is here? The distance between city P from city Q can be a lot of different values, right? So do we know the exact distance? No. So even if I combine, I will not get the answer. Ketan, kidhar likha hai they are in the same line? Right? Where is it written same line, north, south, east, west? Have they mentioned any direction? You assumed. पता है assumption करने से क्या होता है? When you assume, you know what happens? Do you guys know? Javeria, that is exactly what I'm saying. There are many cases. Negative marking predicted. Nay, you look like an the first 3 letters of assume. If you assume in reasoning. Try this. Then we'll take a break. Quick, quick, quick. Very good. So there are two friends, X and Y, and they start running together, and they ran for 50 meters in the same direction. It doesn't say which direction, so I'll continue in this direction. They reach at a point. So let's say this is that point. X turns right. So in this is the direction in which X is going to move and runs 60 meters. So this is 60 meters. While Y turns left and runs 40 meters. So this is where Y is going to run. So I'll interchange X and Y so that that's not a doubt. Then X turns left and runs 50 meters and stops. So this is where X is. While Y turns right and runs 50 meters, same as bottom, 50 meters, and this is where Y stops. Question asked is, how far are they from each other? Very straightforward, right? This distance is 40, this distance is 60, so this should be 100 meters. Don't need any triangle or triplet or anything of that sort. Take any direction, Megha. I said no, I am going to assume that they're moving towards the right hand side. I'm a righty, no. So it's easier for me to draw things. If you want to draw upwards, upward, kar lo na. This is X, this is Y. They reach here, and then X takes a turn, right? X takes a right turn actually, no? So this is where X goes, then travels like this, Y takes and travels like this. Still the distance will be 100 meters only, no? Because X moved 40 and Y moved 60. Do you think it matters in which direction they're running? See, if you do not have an option which says cannot be determined, none of the above, why do you have to worry about kis direction mein? Because if the option is giving you a hint that it's an answer, which is a definite one, it means you don't have to worry about. हाँ मेगा, that's what I'm saying. कुछ भी कर लो ना बेटा, आपका भी सही है. Got it, Shweta? Chalo, so this question is going to be your homework, and once you guys come back, we will start with Venn diagrams. A very important one, a very difficult one. I have not had a very good days with this topic. This is the question slide in case you want to solve it. Bim. Leaderboard abhi nahi, at the end of the class. Chalo, we will see each other at 7:05. quite an extent, Dipshika. Actually, not philosophy overall, it's majorly language, comprehension, English. Is there any rule of direction? If not mentioned, so it should be default, not direction. Huh, Vishek? If nothing is mentioned, you can treat that as default so that you get used to it. You can take your default direction to be east. You don't have to worry about it. If a particular direction is required in the question they will explicitly mention this guy starts in the north, south, east, west. They will tell you. They will never leave you hanging. ठीक है? टेंशन मत लो आप. Fine. Welcome back, everyone. Answer is 25. Okay, take this as homework. I'm not going to discuss this right now. Answer is 25. If you want to check it, you can check it. Good, everyone who have solved it in the break. Okay, so we'll be starting with Venn diagrams. So until I am done, until the questions don't start, please be patient. I'm going to answer everything. Okay, and in case you miss out on anything, please watch it later. Okay, so Venn diagrams, they are supposed to represent diaspora of people, students, animals, and things, objects, right? And that is the uh, pictorial representation, as in you draw pictures. So what pictures do we draw when it comes to Venn diagrams? So we draw circles, right? So we will call this set. Okay, and then there is a rectangle that is drawn. We call this universal set. Okay, now there are a lot of Venn diagrams. The kind of Venn diagrams you will be asked will be a 2-set or a 3-set Venn diagram. Okay, first of all, I will explain uh, what do we mean by the values and the sets and how do we represent it. Okay, so if I say universal is 100, this is A. You write it outside the circle, guys, the number. And if I write 40 here, so when I write 40 in this circle, outside this circle, that means inside this circle also it should be 40 overall. So how much should be outside this circle? If the entire rectangle is 100, you can consider this to be area 60. So if I ask you what is the value of set A, what is the value of set A? Means what is inside set A? What is inside that circle? We will say 40. Okay. If I ask you what is not inside set A or not set A, that means you have to answer what is outside the circle. 60. If I ask you what is the universal set, so you will answer 100. Right? Okay. Let's take another example. This is a case where we will be dealing with 2 sets. So this is how you're going to draw 2 sets always. Let's call this set as A, the blue circle, and the red circle as B, and the universal as U. Okay. Now, if I say universal is 100, this is 40, this is 60, this is 20, right? Now, we need to find out what values we should write here such that everything makes sense. What number shall I write here? What number shall I write here? What number shall I write here? Okay, so we need to find all those values. So this is how you are going to solve. How much is going to be inside this red circle? 60. ये तो pick fix है ना? Outside the red circle it's written 60. That means inside the red circle it will be 60. Okay. If you will have 60 here overall, how much should we write here such that 60 plus this number plus 20 is 100? This is 60 plus this number is 100. What shall I write here? 20. Dhanashri, it's not A. A is 40. A is not 20. Please, dhyan se. Right? So, can we say this is going to be 20? 20 plus 60 plus 20 is 100? Any doubt? Okay. Now, if I remove this part, look at the set A, that is the blue circle. How much should we have here so that the blue circle overall is 40? Blue circle should be 40, no? Outside the circle, there is a number written. That's like how much should be inside. So it says 40 is written outside. So you should have 40. Out of 40, 20 is already there. So can we say this one is going to be 20 also? Okay. Next, look at the red circle. How much should we have in the red circle overall? Red circle, guys, red circle, 60. If this is going to be 60, out of which inside the red circle there is this number 20 written, how much should we write here so that it makes sense? 20 plus what number is equal to 60? 40. Now, if you pay attention, how much is inside this blue circle? अच्छा, sorry, वो automatic public हो गया था. 40. How much is inside this red circle? 60. And how much do we have if you add all the numbers? As in, what do we have outside, not outside, as in what do we have in this entire universal set? Everything makes sense? Okay. If I ask you what is the value of set A means what is the sum of the numbers written inside the blue circle? Blue circle mein you are seeing numbers, no? Add all of that. Or see what is written outside the blue circle. Outside the blue circle means right next to it. Not like idhar udhar nahi, baju mein, right next to it. So set A will be 40. If I ask you what is set B, what is written right outside the red circle? 60. Or you can add the numbers inside. 60. Now, if I ask you what is not set A, not set A means what is written outside the blue circle, outside the set A. इसके बाहर क्या नंबर्स हैं? Kill 40. That's how much you can see. Only 40. Please remove your hands. See everything around. पूरा देखो ना. Is it only 40? You're not seeing this 20? ये नहीं दिख रहा? So how much do we have outside the blue circle that is not set A? 40 plus 20, 60, right? Similarly, what will be the answer for not set B? Not set B means put your finger, thumb, hand, palm, anything on set B. Look around it. What all numbers do you see? Add all of that. That is what we mean by not set B. Means outside the red circle, outside set B. You'll find 20 plus 20, which is going to be 40. If I ask you what is set A and set B, or what is that number that you see in both these sets? Both means common. And means common. So the common is only this part, no, which is like a petal of a flower. So the answer is 20. If I ask you what is the number that you see, no Nikhat, not set A तो बाहर है ना बेटा. Set कलर दिख रहा है ब्लू, दिख रहा है कहां का है? ब्लू के बाहर, आउटसाइड ब्लू निखात. What do you see? You see only 40 नहीं दिख रहा. 40 भी तो है. See? हाँ. Okay. If I ask you what is neither set A nor set B, which is also called as none. So when I say neither set A nor set B, it means what is outside all both the sets. The entire boundary of blue, red, sab hata ke. Except that, outside of that, you'll see only one number written, 20. You don't have to add anything because there is only one number. Right? 20. Okay. If I ask you what is only set A, which is also known as set A but not set B. Only set A means this portion, this moon-shaped figure. Because that is the only portion, that is the only part of set A, that is the blue circle, which is in only blue circle. It's not inside red circle. Right? It is away from the red circle, but it is within the blue circle. So the answer is going to be 20. If I ask you what is only set B, which is another way of saying set B but not set A. Same thing. This is only set B. This is the region which exists only in set B. It is not a part of any other set. So this is going to be 40. Payal, no idea. Maybe you are typing the same answer quickly. If I ask you set A or set B, set A or set B means everything that is within the circles. All of that. Add all of that. 20, 20, 40. This will give you 80. Okay. Now, looking at how much you guys have doubts, I am going to take another example. Stop asking questions. Make example all day long. आप लोग tension मत लो. This is your universal set. Okay. Now, this is your set A. And this is your set B. So wherever I have set A, I will write down A there. And wherever I have set B, I will write down set B there. And let's call this region number 1, region number 2, region number 3, region number 4. There are 4 regions. Now, if I ask you set A, I'm asking you which all region or regions do you see A written? A कहां कहां लिखा हुआ है? 1 and 2 में. Where do you see set B written or B written there? In 2 and 3. Where do you see A and B both written? Both are written. 2. Where do you see only A written? 1. Where do you see only B written? 3. Where do you see neither A nor B written? 4. Which are the places where you do not see A written? A नहीं लिखा हुआ कहाँ कहाँ? Which all regions do you don't see A written? This is where you guys are being very, very pinpointing a region. It's like this is the entire world. Your world is only that well, right? वो कहते हैं ना वो कुएं का मेढक. That's where you are restricted. You have to look at the entire rectangle. That's the universe, hence known as universal set. उस पूरे को देखना है every single time. So it's not only 3, it's 3 and 4 both. Similarly, not B, as in outside the blue circle, or which all places you don't see B written? It's 1 and 4. Where do you see A or B written? One, two, three. In these three regions, A is written or B is written. या तो A है या B है ही. Right? It's 1, 2, 3. Dhanyashri, please check the answer. What is the difference between A and B, and what is the difference between A or B? Do you see any difference in the answer? Yes or no? Okay. And means common. So what is common in A and B? Within those two circles, what is the common number? Common region number? 2. And or means common or not common, I don't care. Common hai ya nahi hai? So which all regions do you see something is common or something is not common? 1, 2, 3. That's the difference. That's the meaning of and that's the meaning of or. Logical and logical or. Why is 20 written in the boxes after second set sum, and this additional 20 makes it 120 previous? अरे दीपशिका तो तभी पूछना था ना अब. Right, Mary. And means intersection, or means union. If you know that, good. If you don't know that, still good. Dipshika has a question that why is 20 written in the box as after two set sum and this additional 20 makes it 120? Dipshika, please add 20 plus 20 plus 40 plus 20. How much is this? Add these four numbers. Dipshika, add again 20, then you have another 20, then you have another 40, then you have another 20. फिर से add करो आप. So you are saying 120. Is it adding up to give you 120? No, no, it's adding up to give you 100 only, no? That's what we want. Is it clear? Set A, set B. Dipshika, what are you saying? Set A, set B plus 20. What have you read? That's not how we are solving it. Are you guys thinking about set A plus set B plus intersection, union, complement, phalana dimkan? Are you talking about all these? Hold on, Prem. Are you using any of this logic, Dipshika? Ha Rani, that's what I also thought. That's what I'm asking. I'm confirming. Nahi, Dipshika. You are using De Morgan's theorem. So anybody who uses De Morgan's theorem, A union B is equal to A plus B minus A intersection B, or any of the other hundreds of De Morgan's theorem, please don't use it. There is a reason why you guys studied De Morgan's theorem and did not like Venn diagram and set theory, couldn't solve it. Is the reason because you guys were too adamant on De Morgan's. Not you guys actually, the school or the college. Simple, forget about De Morgan's. It's all about when I say what is the total number, add the numbers. No, there is no minus, there is no plus. Kuch simple add kar lo. Whatever region value they are asking you, simply add those regions. If there is more than one, if there is only one region, that is the answer. Shruti, this 40 tells you what should be inside the blue circle, right? And this 60 tells you what should be inside the red circle. It is not a part of 100. I mean, it is a part of 100, but that's not how you add. You never add like that. You add the individual values. Okay. Okay. So that you guys don't get confused now in when we are going to do 3-set Venn diagram. So everybody visualize. Are you guys okay with visualization? For example, if I ask you to close your eyes and think about an apple, do you guys see an apple? Are you guys able to visualize that? Because there are people in this world who can't do that. Okay? वो visualize नहीं कर पाते हैं. Okay, so if you are able to visualize it, this is a classroom. Visualize this is a classroom. So it's like a classroom in this school and you are in a helicopter, you are observing it from top. So don't you think a classroom will look like a rectangle? Most probably rectangle generally. Okay. There is this door here. Okay. Outside the door, it is written that there are 100 students that are inside. Okay. Outside the door, visualize there is a placard where it is written 100 students are inside. So when I will enter, how many students will I see overall? Somebody sitting on the bench, somebody's writing something on the board, some people playing cricket at the end of the class. पूरे class में देखना है ना? Some kid hanging on the window. We'll see 100 only, no? Okay. Now inside the classroom, if I remove all the desks, benches, tables, chairs, everything, and if I draw two circles, if I draw this one circle and if I draw this one circle, and if I tell you that there are 10 students standing here, there are 20 students standing here, there are 40 students standing here, and if I ask you how many students are standing in that particular common which I have drawn using chalk or paint, कितने उधर दिखने चाहिए? Now, if you are going to make a mistake here, that's simple because your addition is weak or your subtraction is weak, right? Basic calculation. So is it rocket science to figure out this is going to be 30? Is it rocket science? Rocket science means, is it like you have to do PhD and be a scientist to get to know that? No. Standard 5-6 kid will also be able to get it. Now, if I ask you, how many students are standing inside the blue circle? Now, where should I write 50? Common sense. There has to be a reason, no? Why we do things. So the way classroom, outside the classroom itself, we wrote 70 students you are expected to see inside. Similarly here, at this place, I will write 50. So that I will remember that inside the blue circle, I should see 50 students. Similarly, inside the red circle, I should see 30 plus 40, 70. So I should write 70 here. So I hope you guys are able to understand the numbers written outside the circle, right outside, immediately touching to it. What do they represent? They represent the number of students or number of people, number of dogs, number of apples, anything that is inside those circles. Is it clear? And all the numbers inside, when you add them, it should be equal to the number written outside the rectangle. Rectangle is never a part inside. That 100 is what you will always equate it with. Now, if I ask you how many students are standing between red and blue, both circles, red and blue, and तो बीच वाले होंगे ना, these 30 students are the only students who are standing between both the circles. Common. If I ask you how many students are standing only within the blue circle, as in they are not inside red circle, they are not outside both the circles, you'll find this 20. So this is what happens visually in the Venn diagram. It is very important for you to understand when do we use only, when do we use and, when do we use or, when do we use not, and so on and so forth. Is it clear now? श्वेता 50 ये है ना, तो 50 में फिर आप ये 70 क्यों ऐड कर रहे हो? इनको क्यों नहीं ऐड कर रहे? बाहर क्यों जा रहे? Why is anyone, not just you, why is anyone adding these numbers? This 50 and 60 क्यों ऐड कर रहे? When you have to, common sense, when I have to add the kids, won't I be adding the numbers here? Why will I be adding the numbers written outside the circles? Why will I do that? Got it? Don't take it. क्योंकि करोगे ना तो वही गलती आएगी. You will get unexpected values. That's a very simple mistake a lot of students do, because at the very beginning when you guys were taught Venn diagram set theory, आपको वो बताया गया था. Okay, that's actually not your fault, but I'm asking you to unlearn it. Forget about it. Yes, Prem. 10 is outside. What do you mean by 10 is also outside? Yeah, outside ही है. Outside the circles. Yes, Nikhat. Very good. Okay. So when you have Venn diagrams that involve two circles, this is how it will look like, and three circle Venn diagram looks like this. Forget about these numbers, okay? Forget about these numbers. This is what a three-set Venn diagram will look like. But three-set Venn diagram, I will show you how to draw, how to manipulate it. Abhi, let's solve one question from two-set Venn diagram. Okay? Chalo. Only X. Can you tell me which region is it? Only X. A. Very good. Only Y. B. Very good. Members of only one set. Which letter is written in only one set? This is written in how many sets? Only in X. It's not in Y. This is written in both. This is written in only Y. This is written in none. So can we say A, B? Only one. B, C is in both, no? Sorry, already I've written. This is in only X. This is in only Y. Okay, both X and Y now. See? This is wrong question. There are no three sets. Members of at least one set. Which regions are written in at least set की जगह ना read circle. in case you're not able to understand set. Which letters are written in at least one circle? A, B, C, all three of them. A is also inside a circle, B is also inside a circle, C is also inside at least one circle. It's inside both the circles, but है ना circle में. Neither X nor Y means which is neither inside the X circle, it's neither nor inside the Y circle. It's going to be D. Right? Okay. So this is how it's going to be. You will be given question in English. Okay, it's like an RC, reading comprehension. It's a very small question. You will get lengthier than this. You have to read it carefully, draw the Venn diagram, put the numbers where they are supposed to be. Okay, so this is the first question. So I'm going to solve it for you guys. So we have got in a class of 100 students, 70 passed in physics, 60 passed in chemistry, and 10 failed in both. How many set Venn diagrams shall I draw? How many circles should I draw? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. कितने? Okay. So this is going to be a little complicated initially if you are learning Venn diagram for the first time. With practice, you guys will get it. So what you have to do is close your eyes, draw a rectangle. Okay, so this is classroom, right? Can I write 100 students? Any doubt in this? The universal is 100 students overall. Okay. Then what I will do is I will pick up the next one, physics. Suppose if this is this circle I draw for physics. So this is actually not for physics. This is for passed in physics. Now, watch carefully. If I write 20 here and suppose if I write 80 here, random. This 20 tells us 20 students passed in physics. Okay, so this is actually passed in physics and not physics. So what will these 80 represent? In a class, if 20 are inside the circle, that circle is only for those students. So I am the teacher. I'm like, all the students who have passed in physics stand inside this circle. So which students will be standing outside the circle? Obviously, who have failed in physics. So can I say whenever I draw a circle or a set, I'm not only dealing with that particular phrase or that particular attribute or that particular parameter. It also takes care of its complement. कि pass है तो fail will automatically be considered. If I consider this circle to be failed, outside will be automatically pass. So I don't have to draw two circles, one for pass and one for fail in physics. Are you guys able to understand that? One circle is enough. Pass का करेंगे fail हो जाएगा. If I draw for fail, pass will automatically happen. I do not do it explicitly. It's how Venn diagrams work. Now, if I draw the next circle, and the next circle, if I draw for chemistry, this is too bright. This is actually not for chemistry. This is for passed in chemistry. So suppose if I say that 40 students passed in chemistry, that means this is 40. So how many students failed in chemistry? 60? Okay. Okay. Now listen very carefully. If I say this is region number 1, R1, Can I say R1 is a region which is about passed in physics and failed in chemistry? Why? Because inside the red circle, but it is outside the blue circle. What do you guys think region number 2 is going to denote? Passed in physics and passed in chemistry, which you can call it as passed in both the subjects. What do you think R3 is going to denote? Passed in chemistry and failed in physics, because it's inside the blue circle but outside the red circle. What do you guys think R4 is going to denote? Right. Failed in both, because students who have passed in physics or chemistry or both, those students are going to stand inside the red and blue lines, right? They're going to stand here, no? People who have passed. So the leftover will be those people who have failed, which will go to R4. If you are able to understand this part, now what you have to do is very carefully read and place the numbers. Where should I place this number? 70 passed in physics. किधर लिखाऊं? किधर लिखूं? Where should I write this? No, R1 is not 70, guys. आप देखो ना, R1 is what? No, this is not 70. Does it say 70 passed in only physics? There is a huge difference. Maybe not for you, but it actually is. It's R1 plus R2. That means this is where I will be writing down 70. Outside the red circle. Passed in physics is 70. Where should I write this number 60? 60 passed in chemistry. I'll write it here outside the blue circle. 10 failed in both. Where should I write this 10? Now tell me, people who were initially saying we need 3 sets or 4 sets, do we need those many sets? And I did not have a pre-notion that we have to use 2 sets. I was like slowly going. If I draw one circle, then which all regions it will take care of, which all conditions it will take care of. Then I drew the next circle. Then I checked which all conditions it will take care of. And I realized that 2 circles was good enough. Okay. Now, how to find out the value of R2 plus R3, R1 plus R2 plus R3? Like we have done before. What is the value of this blue circle overall? 60, right? So 60 plus what number is 100? Sorry, 60 plus what number plus 10 is 100? What should be R1? R1 should be 30, no? 60 plus 30, 90, 90 plus 10 is 100. So R1 is going to be 30. If R1 is 30, look at the red circle. It says 70 outside. Out of 70, 30 is here. What do you think R2 is going to be? 30 plus what is 70? 40. Now let's look at the blue circle. Blue circle says 60. Out of 60, 40 is already inside the blue circle. So what should be R3? 20. 30 plus 40, 70, 70 plus 20, 90, 90 plus 10, 100. It matches. 30 plus 40 is 70 outside, 40 plus 20 is 60 outside. So we also checked, verified red circle and blue circle. Is it clear? No variable, no equation. Please do not do that. De Morgan's, XYZ, Lelesser, don't do that. When it can be solved using pure common sense, pure observation, don't do. Prabhakar, are you able to see the red circle? When you are looking at the red circle now, please only concentrate on the red circle. Ignore as if there is a blue circle. So ignore this. Okay? Remove blue circle. Clear, Prabhakar? Okay. Now, outside the red circle, how many students should be inside the red circle? How many students should be inside the red circle? Prabhakar. 70. Out of 70, you see 30 students are already standing at the right hand side, left hand side. So how much do you think R2 should have? 40? I hope that part is clear. Okay. People are finding difficult to find out the value of R1. So what is this? How much should be inside the blue circle? People who had the doubt. Many students had the doubt. Kitna hai idhar? Pavitra, blue circle, how many students are standing inside the blue circle? 60. How do we know? It's written outside. You don't have to add 40 and 20. Why to waste time when the answer is already given? Isn't it? 60 is there. 60 plus what number plus 10 will result in 100? Because that is the sum of all the regions, no? Because when I take blue circle, it automatically takes care of two regions without considering each and every value. So Pavitra, how much should be R1? 60 plus 10 is 70. 70 plus 30 is 100. Got it? Okay. Mainam, what do you want me to explain? I can't explain everything from this scratch. You have to exactly pinpoint and tell me this number value, because I believe all the numbers are different. 10, 20, 30, 40, 70. All numbers are different. Which number did you not understand? Question again. Please watch the video, Mainam, again. Okay. Okay. So what is the answer for this first one? Passed in at least one subject. $30, $40, $20, $90. Passed in both the subjects. Answer for the next. $40. Passed in only physics. $30. Passed in only chemistry. Only chemistry. $20. Passed in only one subject. 30 plus 20, 50. These 40 students passed in two subjects, no? Physics and chemistry both. Question is saying only one, right? So only one will be 30 plus 20, 50. गरिमा, how this 30? गरिमा अभी solve किया ना मैंने? 30, 40, 20, 70, 60, 10. I solved it, no? The same thing is drawn again. Only one subject. 30 is only physics. 20 is only chemistry. 40 is both the subjects. 10 is neither of the subjects. Now tell me, Pablo, in only one subject, how many students passed? 30 students passed in only physics. That is one subject. 20 students passed only in chemistry. That is also only one subject. So 30 plus 20. Nahi, Shweta. English. There is a huge difference between at least one subject and exactly one subject. Nahi, they are not same. They are very different. At least one and exactly one. If you are saying they both are the same thing, you are saying at least and exactly, these are the same words. You need at least 30 marks to pass. That means you need exactly 30 marks to pass. Since when? What if I get 40? Will not pass. Okay, find the number of students who failed only in physics. Failed. Pay attention to the words. These are the students who passed in physics. So how many students failed in physics? वाह भाई साहब, अभी भी 20 पे ही हो. अब नजर आपकी थोड़ी सी लो है, मैं क्या करूं? अच्छा, here is a typo, it should be 30. एक second, it says failed only in physics, no? Only is the word. Okay. Only in physics is different from in physics. So when we say only in physics means students that did not fail in chemistry. So ये 0 ठीक है. It's going to be 20. These 20, right? Failed only in chemistry. Only in chemistry. These 30. Okay. Passed in only one subject. Okay. This is a repetition. Passed in only one subject will be 30 plus 20. Question number 8 is same as question number 5. Repetition हो गया ना? Okay. Failed in physics. This is passed in physics. So how many failed in physics? This is different from question number 6. 20 plus 10, 30. Failed in chemistry. This is passed in chemistry. So how many failed in chemistry? 30 plus 10, 40. Okay. Now, before we proceed, see, I really do not like that some students, they are able to get few things and they are really bad, or they're not able to grasp some other new topic, because it happens. You get a little intimidated by a very new topic because you undermine yourself and you think this is not of my level, this is beyond me, this is something I've never seen, so I will never understand. That is the mindset which actually pulls you down because you're not confident. People, engineers, let's say, engineers, they have never read economics. So if I give them economics book, should they be like, I have never read economics in my life till date, so I will not be able to do it. So chhod dete, let's leave it. Because they have to read a lot of economics if they want to get into any exam actually after engineering. Does it work like that? Does it, everyone? That when you come across something new, you should be afraid because you have never attempted it before? Nahi, na? So some of you who are facing difficulty in understanding this is because of two reasons. You are underconfident because you have never seen this, or you may have not taken seriously way back in school, so you are a little afraid of it, so that's pulling you down. Secondly, English. Now that is something I really can't help you with. A lot of questions are coming to me. It's only because your English is poor. Sorry to say. Poor means very poor. There are some very basic English words whose meaning you should understand. Only, not, and, or, both, none, neither. You guys are facing difficulty in understanding these words. That poor some of you are. अच्छा आ गया क्या लक्ष्य? Okay, way back in my time there was no economics. Okay. If I have 1, 2, 3, which is called A, and B has 1, 3, 5. If I ask you only A, what should be my answer? This is logic. There is no calculation here. So you can't be like, sir, mera math to kharab hai na, sir. Kya pooch rahe ho? Why are you asking me? What do you mean by only A? As in, which is the number which is exclusive, which is only for A, which is not there in other? 1. Is 1 only for A or is it shared? ऐसे जाओगे ना, slowly. 1, oh, it's there in both. It's not in only A. Okay, I can't write 1. 2, oh, 2 is alone in A. 3, 3 is shared. Similarly, if I ask you A and B, A and B means 1 is in A and B, 2 is not in A and B, 3 is in A and B. So I mean 1 and 3 both, no? 3 भी तो है. अब आप, if you are in a hurry or if you don't give a damn, I'll write down one number, I'll get half a number, as in half of the marks. So that's your fault, because in exam, abhi tak it works that if you in a 5-page answer, if you write 2 pages, you will get 2 marks out of 5 marks. In competitive exam, either you get 1 mark or you get 0. Half marks you don't get, no? So objective, right? CSAT, not subjective. So if you write only 1, which a lot of people are writing, you will not get your answer. 3 is also there, no? 1 and 3, what is the difference? No difference. In this example, there is no difference. 3 is not more than 1. If I ask you what is there in not A, which numbers are not in A? Is this number 1 not in A? Arey nahi, it is in A. 1 to hai. Is this number 3 not in A? Arey nahi, 3 is also there in A. Is this number 5 not in A? Yes, this number 5 is not in A. What is A or B? Or which number is in both? Sorry, not both. At least At least A or B. At least one. So I will say sare hi hai, 1, 2, 3, and 5. All these four numbers, it's in A or B. Is it clear? It's not difficult, guys. You are making it difficult because there are numbers associated. So aap dar rahe ho, you are scared, you're fearing it because there are numbers. Oh, how I'm going to add 30 and 40 because I'm not able to add 30 and 40. That is the problem why you guys are facing. Venn diagram is a very, very simple thing. Very easy, English based, basic logic. The only calculation you guys will ever have to do will be addition and subtraction. Is there any other topic in your syllabus where you have to do only addition and subtraction? Multiplication bhi nahi karna hai. Never. So this is the easiest. Okay. Dipshika already discussed. Only X. Which reason is that? Which letter is only inside X, not in any other? It's that A. Okay? A. Only Y? Jaldi, jaldi, jaldi. C. Only Z? G. Members of only one set. Only one. Only one, only one, only one. Already answered. A, C, G. Only X and Y. And guys, and. People who just answered only X and Y as ABC or ABCDEF or BE. You guys really need to look into your English, the meaning of the word and. You guys are thinking and means or in Hindi, specifically Hindi speaking people. If you think and or, ये दोनों सेम चीज होता है तो नहीं होता है. You can't simply translate English to Hindi and be like, oh, logic is same, it's true for all the languages. It's not. Only X and Y is going to be just B. So what is the difference between X and Y and what is only X and Y? Fark hai? Obviously, there is a difference. In the first one, only word is not there. In the second one, only word is there. So when I say X and Y, I mean this. Does anybody have a problem? X and Y means this. Okay. Let's erase. Hold on. Let's erase set Z. There is no set Z here. Are you guys able to see there are only two sets? अब मेरे को आंसर करो, X and Y should result in what? Now please answer, X and Y will result in what? X and Y means common, no? So B and E. Clear? Only. What happens when you put the word only anywhere? When you put the word only, it means you're talking specifically about only that portion, exclusively that portion, specifically that portion, and nothing else should come in. So when I say only X and Y, so between these two, B is in X and Y, E is in X and Y and Z, no? देखो, Isn't E in Z also? Everyone? It is in Z also, no? Question क्या है? Z नहीं चाहिए. I don't need Z. What is the question saying? I don't need Z. I need only X and Y. So do you think it will result in B? Only B, no? No, Seema. Seema, when did you join? Do you see when I said what do you mean by set? Set किसको बोलते हैं सीमा? Circle. Yes? Seema, quick. Only Y and Z accordingly, everyone. So you are saying H is inside a circle. Seema, is H inside the circle? How can H be inside a circle? It's not a part of set, no? तो आप बोल रहे हो ना कि H भी तो set में है. मैं बोल रहा हूँ नहीं, it's not inside a set. Only Y and Z will be F. Only Z and X will be D. Right? So when you use the word only, it means only half of the petal shape. Okay, only half. This is going to be the top half. This is going to be right half. This one is going to be left half. Okay, members of only two sets. B is a member of two set. F is a member of two set. D is a member of two set. Let's repeat. B is inside two circles. F is inside two circles. D is inside two circles. Because it says only two, you can't take E. Because E is inside how many circles? You can't take E. क्योंकि E कितने circle में है? It's inside all the three. But the question says only two circles, only two sets. So you can't take that. So it's going to be B, D, and F. Right? Member of all the three circles. Now this is going to give you E. None of the three circles. H. Member of at least one circle. Those letters which are inside at least one. कम से कम एक circle में तो होएगा. At least one. So A is there, B is there, C is there, D is there, E is there, F is there, G is there. So everything from A to G is inside one circle, at least, kam se kam. Only X and Y are A. This is circle X, this is circle Y. Don't you think B is inside both, Payal? What will be the answer for X and Y? It will be B, no? X and Y, not only X and Y. There is a difference between only X and Y and X and Y, already written here. श्वेता, I told you, no, and का मतलब कुछ गड़बड़ चल रहा है आपके दिमाग में. You are not able to relate the meaning of the word and. And means it should be common. I explained you at the very beginning. Solve this. It is really difficult if you guys haven't studied Venn diagram and then you have come for the class. नहीं possible है. People are asking me difference between and or and like x and y का मतलब सब ले लो sir. It's clear that you haven't studied. You had 20, sorry, you had 2 days, entire 2 days to study. You guys did not. Not good. Ha, Shubham. But it is, consider, suppose you did not know this topic, Shubham. It is difficult. It is difficult for those kids who have never studied Venn diagram. I understand that problem. But सारा टेंशन सारा प्रेशर मेरे को ही दे दोगे if you are going to leave everything on me that I am going to teach you everything and I'm trying to, but I can't teach you English. No, that's where the problem starts. I can only explain to a certain extent. That's why I asked everybody to read and come. Maybe Dhaneshri. So just like direction is tough for you, similarly direction was easy for a lot of other students. So everybody will have some pros and cons. So I hope it is understood that we are dealing with two-set Venn diagram here, right? There is no confusion about it. I'm hoping. So there are a group of 15 people, French, English. 7 can read French, 8 can read English, while 3 of them can read neither. Anyone, any doubt? Whatever I have drawn and written so far, anyone, any doubt? Okay. Next, this is already 7. 7 plus 3 is 10. Plus what shall I write here so that I get 15? Only E, only English is going to be how much? 5. If this is 5, how much should we have here? If you look at the red circle, it's not red actually, it's orange. 3. If this is 3, how much should we have here if you look at the blue circle? 4. Question asked is number of people who can read exactly one language. Exactly one language would mean 4 and 5. 4 people can read only French. 5 people can read only English. 3 people read both. Okay. Exactly one language, it says, Ketan. Not 2. 3 people can read both the languages. Blood relations. Now, again, problem will be English. Problem will be English, guys. Okay, so please be a patience. First thing. Suppose this is I am. Okay. This is my brother. This is my brother's wife. And they have 2 kids. One is a boy and another is a girl. Okay. So let's say his name is R, her name is S. What will I call R relation wise? लिखानी मेरी बीवी थोड़ी है, कैसा भी भालो. So I'm going to call R nephew. And what do I call S? niece. Okay, so R is my nephew, S is my niece. Okay, suppose I have a sister now, and this sister has a husband, and now they have two kids, a boy and a girl. What will I call this boy? Let's say his name is T and her name is U. If I make the view public, the chat view, a lot of you are going to have a good laugh. So it's going to be same. It's going to be nephew and it's going to be niece. Same. There is no discrimination in English. So when I say my nephew visited me yesterday, and if I tell you, yeah, you know what, my nephew visited me yesterday, you are going to get confused. Did my brother's son visited me or did my sister's son visit me? Got it? So nephew is the name for both. Okay. Okay. So this is one thing that I wanted to discuss because a lot of students, they get confused. Second thing that I would like to discuss is if I say that this is photograph of Ravi, what is the gender of Ravi? Don't go by my drawing ki sir baal nahi hai, baal to mere bhi nahi hai. So the answer is can't say. Names do not reveal genders. Okay? Names do not reveal genders. A female can also have a name Ravi. Okay, you can't be very much stereotype. You can't stereotype that this name represents this particular gender. No, not allowed. Okay, lot of examples. Hetal. Today I got a message from one of my students who's who studied from me way back in 2018, and he wanted his brother to enroll. I never knew that he was a guy. By his name, I always knew that he was a girl. His name is Rhythm. Today, when he texted me, sir, hi, sir, Rhythm here from your 2016-17 batch, then I realized, looking at his photo, I'm like, oh, acha, ladka hai. There are many examples, so you can't go by the gender. Okay? So this is another example, another thing that I wanted to discuss. Yes, Jaswant, maternal and paternal will come. Gunjan, bhanja or bhanji in English, in Hindi, it is perfectly fine if you're writing the paper in Hindi, right? But in English, you will not be able to guess it. Third, the most important part. This is a photograph. Okay, this is a photo. The person in the photo calls me son. Okay, so this is something which is a fact. First question is, how is this person related to me? And the second question is, how am I related to this person? So people are going to answer son, father, mother, parent, parents, and kuch bhi. And many more. I don't know what all you guys can come up with. Okay. So how do you decode it? Because it's very important, because every single question on blood relations is going to have this. So it's very important that you understand. Okay. First, what is the answer for the first question? Is it father? Wrong. Is it son? Wrong. Is it parents? Wrong. The answer is parent. One more thing. A lot of you guys are answering it in a very casual way. This is not how it's going to work. Suppose if I call all of you, because I know all of you are going to be definitely way younger than I am, around half of my age. So I can definitely call you guys beta and beti. Do you guys think I can tell people that I've got around 275 kids, betas and betis, sons and daughters? बोल दूं जाके दुनिया को? So while I was saying that, what am I going to call this boy? Instead of answering nephew, some of the people wrote son. You can't be that informal. ऐसे तो सारे, all the shopkeepers around my locality, everybody is my son. Okay, so please don't be so informal. Be very accurate. Son means your own blood. Okay, you can't call everybody son. Your siblings, children are not your son. Okay, how is this person related to me? The answer is parent. How? This is how you decode questions, guys. You read the last word and you go back and check. I will call this person what? Similarly, next question, person and I. Go to the last word and ask, this person will call me what? Well, this person calls me son. It's already given in the question. So here is the trick to decode. How is X related to Y? If you ever come across this question, the answer is Y calls X by which relation? Ulta, opposite. What is the name of your father? My father's name is. When you guys were kids, a lot of elders used to ask you, tell me in which school do you study? And you used to answer, I study in. You always respond, you always answer it reverse. Exactly what you have to do here. So how is Anita related to Ravi? Means Ravi is going to call Anita by which relation? Is it clear? You have to practice a lot. A lot of you are going to fail this because of dyslexia. Dyslexia means, that left right wala thing. So please practice a lot. Okay. I will be using these 5 symbols to denote anything that is required for you guys to solve the questions. An ellipse or a circle is for female. This rectangle is for male. This horizontal is for siblings. This horizontal and a cross, अच्छा नहीं चल रहा life में, is for married people. This vertical downward arrow is for generation. Okay. What is the gender? Good. What am I going to draw? What are they? Siblings, brother, sister. If I put a cross, now they become couple. Okay, they'll get married once I put a cross. If there is no cross, they are siblings, brother and sisters. Tell me, allowed? Not yet. Right? Not yet. हाँ, of course India, आप यूपीएससी करके जापान वालों का थोड़ी एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन चेक करोगे. You guys are going to write UPSC, get into an administrative job in India only, no? So I'm talking about India. Not yet. Uh, what if I draw this? Transgender, Chetan, unfortunately, there is no question that will involve transgender in competitive exams. Not yet so far over the last 70 years has been a question on transgender. Son, husband, wife. So unless until they are not married, it's not possible. So if I draw this, what is the mistake? Cross is missing. Allowed नहीं है अभी. ठीक है? Without marriage, no child is going to be born in questions. Okay, so if you ever come across a scenario that somebody has a child, it is understood that that person is married. तभी बच्चा है. Okay, so cross was missing there. Now, can I say this guy is the son of this husband and wife? This is the father, this is the mother, this is the son. No, Ketan, no live-in relationship. Okay, so suppose this is Naveen. Who is this? Brother. Who is this? Couple. A is wife. How am I related to B? Let's say B is Babita. How am I related to Babita? Khushi, Bajneet, sorry, Brajneet. Please ध्यान दो. How am I related to Babita means Babita will call me what? Babita मेरे को भाभी बुलाएगी. Sister-in-law. She will call me brother, but am I her brother? मैं उसको भाई हूं क्या? I'm not her brother. I am her brother-in-law. They are legally together. Tomorrow, if they don't feel like, they won't be legally together. Marriage is a legal contract. I hope everybody is aware of that. Everybody, whatever your ideologies are, everybody is who is married is in a legal contract. वो नहीं अरे प्यार अरे बहुत अच्छा relationship कोई मायने नहीं है. It doesn't matter. You're legally together. So because legal word comes in, that's why we say brother-in-law, sister-in-law, father-in-law, mother-in-law. When that father is not your father, but somebody you are married to, which is understood to be legal foundation, then you use the word in-law, right? If I ask you the vice versa question, how is Babita related to me? How is Babita related to me? As in, what will I call Babita? Sister-in-law. She's sister, right? Same generation mein you only say sister and brother. Uncle, aunt is above, father, mother above, nephew, niece below, son, daughter below. In your relationship, it's only brother and sister. Wife, husband, of course. In-law, because not my own sister, right? Okay. Who is C? In other words, how am I related to C? How am I related to C? Listen to the question carefully, take 2-3 seconds, decode it, and then answer. Don't be a keyboard warrior. Jaldi se bata do. Uncle, very good. Can you be a little more precise? What type of uncle? Not that good, bad uncle. More precise as in, I hope you guys are able to understand. Which side? Father side, mother side wala. Paternal uncle. Paternal. Right? Father's side. Okay. How is D related to me. हाँ प्रेम कुमार, इंग्लिश में यही लोचा है. Jija, Sala, Devar. All three are called brother-in-law. Too difficult to identify. Niece, very good. Okay. P, my sibling. To be more precise, you can see the gender, right? The notation. Sister. Arey, circle sister, bhai. Okay. How am I related to Q? How am I related to Q? Brother-in-law. How is Q related to me? How is Q related to me? Me, I, Naveen. Still brother-in-law. Both sides the relationship is brother-in-law because we are at the same generation and legally associated. How am I related to R? How am I related to R? Very good. Uncle, specific, more precise. Maternal uncle, mother's side. R's mother is my sister. Mother's side. Mama. How is Rani related to Chintu? How is Rani related to Chintu? सिस्टर. जमीन का बंटवारा होगा ना, सारा सिस्टर ब्रदर निकल जाएगा आपका. No, they are not sisters, brothers. Cousin. How is Rani related to Chintu? Cousin. To be more precise, Chintu will call Rani cousin sister. Because when you say cousin is gender neutral, you have to specify cousin brother or cousin sister to denote what gender you're talking about. Got it? There is no brother sister here. These are only brother sisters. They are not brother sisters of S and R. Okay, who are these two people? Naveen's parents. How is Babita related to Yuri? Yeah, how is Babita related to Jinath? That will be easier. How is Babita related to Jinath? How is Babita related to Jinath? Daughter-in-law. Very good. How is Rani related to Yuri? How is Rani related to Yuri? This is Rani. This is Yuri. Granddaughter. A lot of you are making mistake because you are not able to decode the question. कुछ लोग grandfather लिख रहे हैं. Grandfather नहीं, granddaughter. You are answering it ulta. Okay. 2-3 questions to have an idea how to solve it. I'll be solving the first one. Pay a lot of attention. It's English, so you guys will make a lot of mistake. How is A's brother sister related to A? Right? Simple, not that difficult. A difficult would be something like this. How is A's mother's, husband's, father's wife related to A? It becomes difficult in such cases. So there should be a shortcut. There should be a trick. Right? So what you do is you start from here. A has a brother. Brother has a sister related to A. Right? As in, A will call that person by which gender? Sister? Okay. Let's go a little ahead, a little more difficult, lengthy, complicated language, a lot of relations involved. How is A's brother? So this is A has a brother, brother has a sister, sister has a mother. A has a brother, brother has a sister, sister has a mother. So the moment you get to know sister has a mother, can we say all three have a mother? Can we say this? मेरी बहन की माँ मेरी माँ भी तो है. Even though she keeps on taunting that you're adopted, right? Okay. That mother has a husband. This is the husband. That husband has a father. That father's only son. Back to the husband. Only son's only daughter. So since only son is back to him, only daughter is back to the sister. That means what is the gender of A? If I ask you, what is the gender of A? Male, because there is only one sister. Only daughter related to A, as in A is going to call this only daughter what? To still be sister. Right? Okay. Another type of question you have is this one, where the relations are coded into symbols. A plus B means A is wife of B, A minus B means A is brother of B, and so on and so forth. Even if you read it, it will not help you. Time ko waste hai usko padhna abhi. Right? If P plus Q minus R is known, then how is P related to R? So what you do is you read from left to right now. So left to right. P plus Q would mean P is the wife of Q. So it is understood that the gender of Q is male. Then you read Q minus R, and Q minus R means Q is the brother of R. We don't know the gender of R. Because if Q is a brother, R could be a male or a female, doesn't matter. Now, question is, how is P related to R? In other words, R will call P by which relationship? None of the options. I think kahin par kuch missing hai. It should be sister-in-law, no? Sister-in-law. SIL? Right? So you have got those types of questions. So let's solve one question. And we are done for the day. Solve this. Remaining questions you can take as homework. Sima, what you did not understand? ये तो क्वेश्चन है. I am not sure about this, but I'll give you the poll. There are 6 members in a family. R is the spouse. Spouse means married to. Let's wait. Kind of evenly distributed, but majority of you have got the answer. Shubham, P is Poonam, Q is Kasam, R is Ram, S is Soham, T is Tarzan, U is Umbrella. नाम और लेटर में क्या रखा है? If they, instead of P, if they give you Purushottam Kumar Singh, you will anyways decode it to P only, no back. Nahin? Okay, P, Q, R, S, T, and you are 6 members of a family. R is the spouse of Q. So R is married to Q. Gender of R, not known. Anyone, any doubt from here? R is the spouse of Q. Is this how we should represent? Chalega na? It will work? Okay. U is the mother of T and S is the daughter of U. So U is married and U is the mother of T. I don't know the gender of T, but S is the daughter of U. So can I write S as a female? Is it fine if I read that statement, the second one? Mother gives us a hint that she is female. If she's female, she has to be married with a male, married to a male, and they are going to have kids. Since it says she's a mother of T, so we can't figure out the gender of T, but U is the daughter, so she's female. Okay. P's daughter is T. So if P's daughter is T, can we be sure that this is P and this is T? Any problem here? Next, R's son is P. So R's son, so they have a son who is P. Now between these two figures that I have drawn separately, the common link between them is, Muskan रुक जा बेटा बता रहा हूँ, P. So club कर दे. Let's glue P. So if I glue P, I will have R and Q married. They have a son P. P has a wife U. They have 2 children. Both are daughters. One is S, another is T. Anyone, any doubt? There are 2 couples in the family. Oh, we already know that. Which of the following is correct? Q is the grandfather of T. Is Q the grandfather of T? Muskan. Muskan. No, Soumya. Spouse means husband or wife. Either. Kuch bhi chalta. Spouse is single word. You can't say no. You can say don't know. Maybe, may not be, because we don't know the genders of R and Q yet. So obviously A is not same as D. Q is the grandmother of T. Still we don't know the gender. R is the mother of P. Don't know the gender. T is the granddaughter of Q. Definitely Q is male or female. How does it matter? T and S, they both are granddaughters of R and Q both. ठीक है, so दोनों में अंतर है. Fine, you guys can solve the remaining questions. Tomorrow we will be doing syllogism, which is 3 times difficult than Venn diagram we did today. So let's see. So that's why there is only one entire day dedicated to syllogism, because it's very confusing. It's difficult. I will have to teach you English first. Then only we will be able to do syllogism. It's that difficult. Okay. And I will share you the email ID where you guys can talk about your, hold on. Problems. islive@byju's.com. Okay, so this is the email ID. Please share whatever queries you guys have. We know the gender of T. Yes, Muskan. T का gender पता है ना? That's why we can write granddaughter. We can't write father because we don't know if Q is male. Q is male, then only it will be grandfather, isn't it? Leadership board. Basanti, what happened today? Did you join late or what? So we got Ayush and Ankush first. Then we have got Basanti. Then we have got Muskan, Sanjana, Khadikala, Mary, Meghna, Lakshmi, Vasundhara, S. Gitiyon, Girish, Tulsi, Rani, Likhni, Devyani, Tabassum, Utkarsh, Sneha, Radhika, and Ramya. Okay, good. Payal, about what? What problem? Sure, Megha, you can. What problem did you face? Tell me. Okay, Basanti, got it. If you start from the first line and then change everything, it will get confusing. So you won't be able to answer it that quick. So whatever changes are you're supposed to do, change in the last step. Oh, okay. So I'll ask them to look into it, Payal and Rani. Okay, thank you everyone. Take care. Good night. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Try to go through syllogism, whatever you can understand. Anyways, I will start from scratch. Okay, bye-bye. Good night.